98.1.
We're smooth 98.1 FM. Good morning and welcome to Business Express. And I've been joined this morning by Rotus Oddiri. Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, Omas. Good morning to all our listeners, viewers out there. Good to be with you all on a Tuesday.
Now, because you mentioned them, we quickly will get them in because what I see on your trade this morning, a whole lot of talking points. And so I like to quickly get them to know how they can get to react quickly to the issues. And that will be on 0809-444-0981. That's for WhatsApp messages only, 0809-444-0981. First point of call is that Nigeria, we had us in Dubai recently for the Dubai Air Show, and issues are emanating once again. They say once beaten is twice shy, but in this case, I don't know how we are getting to make statements again, coming from Dubai, this same Dubai again. Rotus, are we on the same page on this one? Please, you are the one who follows the money and the issues. Business, talk to us.
You read my mind. You completely. So, Festus Keyamo, Minister of Aviation, is making claims that air peace has been granted permission to fly directly to Dubai. The statement did not come from Air Peace. The statement did not come from any officials in the UAE. It's coming from the Nigerian government. So once again, here we are. And I was beaten the last time because I've never been to Dubai. I got very excited when President Tinubu said, oh, they are releasing visa restrictions, blah, blah, blah. I was already getting ready to buy my ticket to go and do everything I wanted to do there, only for that one to collapse. Now, and then there's another claim made again that Emirates is going to resume flights to Nigeria. That's another claim, again, coming from the government. No word from Emirates. So I think, Omas, I think it's probably best that going forward, when Nigeria wants to make any announcements, let it be a joint announcement. The person who you are making the announcement, if I say Omas is going to give me 10 million naira, let Omas be there. And let Omas make the announcement that, yes, I'm giving Rotus 10M, or in dollars, by the way, not naira, you know? So, because
I don't know what Rotus.
Yeah, so you hit the nail on the head. I'm taking until I hear from it. It's because Air Peace, I follow them on Twitter, and they usually make announcements with a press release. In fact, I don't know. I should go to their Twitter handle now and see whether they've made any So until we hear from the parties involved, I think this is something we should just wait and see what happens. Yeah. So you see, there's no the last thing Air Peace tweeted about was a press release. Again, this is how they do it. It's a public notice, air return, Lagos Owerri flight. So, yeah, they just said there was a technical snag with some flights between Lagos and Owerri. That is the last announcement, and that was yesterday. They haven't made any announcements since yesterday about any flights to Dubai. So, and you know, there was a terrible thing that happened where Saudi Arabia, they flew to Riyadh, and then people weren't allowed visas, they were rejected. So we're going to wait, Omas. We're going to wait for official words.
Okay, but as a takeaway, the Dubai Air Show, I saw countries also participated in that. And as a fallout of that, the minister is also speaking that he wants to come back home and replicate that by next year. How feasible is this?
Well, again, I'm taking that with a pinch of salt. I think that sounds like an aspirational statement, and you're making it in public at this air show. I think it would have been better to just come out and say, hey, these are the people that are coming to participate here. You need to have, for an air show to take place in your nation, you need to be a part of that aviation mix. So, I mean, Dubai can host an air show because they have Emirates, they buy planes. They made big announcements at this show that they were buying extra fleet of planes and so on and so forth. Boeing, all these big companies are part of it. So if Nigeria is going to host an air show, who's going to attend? What big announcements is Nigeria going to make? I mean, is South Africa or a Kenya or Burundi. Burundi has an airline. So all that tiny nation. So all those guys that have that have national carriers, I think would be first to. I'm not saying you must have a national carrier to host an air show. I'm not saying that's like a must, but I don't know. I think you need to have a firm place in the aviation value chain for you to be hosting an air show, because what do you have to offer at the air show when you make announcements there? That's the way I see it. So between now and next year, and by the way, he suspended the Air Nigeria, or is it Nigeria Air thing when he came into office. Remember that was from the last Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika. So so let's see, a year is a long way away. Let's see how it works out, but there's a lot of hurdles to cross before you get there.
Now, because we need to get you to Dubai, Rotus. That's it. We need to get you to Dubai. And I understand now that it seemed like the Emirates are ready to resume flights in Nigeria. Can we run with that? And knowing that the backlogs are being cleared already.
No, sir, we're not running with that. I'm not running with any announcements on anything to do with Dubai and Nigeria, unless it is coming from an official from the government of Dubai. Let them make the statement. And they let Emirates put out a statement saying, hey, we're resuming flights to Nigeria. Do you know that Emirates they released their, what was it now? Was it third quarter results? They made a new record amount of profits without Nigeria. There are a lot of people who've been talking there saying that, they will suffer for stopping flying to. They made a record profits. They've been making money because flights have resumed around the world. I mean, coming back away from COVID and resumptions of summer flights. So they made a lot. So look, they don't need us. So unless they make an announcement and it's official, I'm not believing anything coming from the Ministry of Aviation.
So, Rotus, let's keep an eye on President Bola Tinubu. The last time we checked, he's touched down in Berlin already for the African Compact meeting with the G20 leaders around there. So, and now the president is seeking investment. Again, when you marry that against the backdrop of the fact that Olaf Scholz was in Nigeria not too long ago and then he's over there, do you see us coming away with something concrete again as part of bringing investments home, FDIs?
Yeah, Omas, look, the president, one has to, if to be fair and the man has been working. He's been flying up and down. He's gone to India. He's gone to the Saudi. He's gone to the UAE. He's been going up and down, searching for investments. He's been leading from the front. Honestly, even if he doesn't get one penny, you have to give him an A for effort for trying. And Nigeria, of course, Olaf Scholz, if you hear the language from him saying that, yes, Germany wants to invest in power, rail, or Nigeria has some infrastructure challenges, they want to help out. So look, it's not, I can come to you and say, oh, Mas, give me money, I want to invest in a business. It's up to you to say, Rotus, is this your business? Is it viable? What return will I get? But you can't fault me for trying. So, good on President Tinubu for trying. And remember, there was that Siemens deal from the Buhari administration.
Abakari, that's connected. I know that.
That one hasn't really gone anywhere. But hey, you got to try. And as long as your citizens see you actively flying up and down the world looking for investments, that's as much as you can do there.
That's deep. Saying it the other way, until you ask, the answer is always no in the phrase. That's how much it always be. So, but let's get let's get our clients and our listeners to know that we like them to be part of this conversation now. Let's get your thoughts pouring in now. I see a few already lining up for Rotus already. 0809-444-0981 will be where we love to get to read all of those shortly. So, Rotus, your final on the tray for you this morning. The MPC, that's the Monetary Policy Committee meeting of the CBN, for the second time has been postponed What's happening? What's Cardoso trying to put in place before he holds this meeting?
Well, Mas, I don't know. I'm a bit confused. I don't know what is. I think it's almost as if, again, you've hit the nail on the head. It's almost as if he's waiting he wants something to come into place. So he has some kind of big announcement to make, before I don't know, I don't know. It's, there's a schedule, there's a calendar. The last postponement, I said, okay, you know what? It came right as it was approved by the Senate. So let's just allow him. He's just getting into office and he wants to probably, coordinate things with his deputy governors and so on and so forth. But I don't understand what this delay is about. And they haven't told us. The year is already over. I don't know if we have a meeting. Although I know that he's talking somewhere on Friday. He was supposed to be in Lome. And when I went to Lome for that event, his name was there. There was a central bank governors forum. So the central bank governors of a number of countries were supposed to have a chat. He was part of it. He pulled out of it. He's now postponed this MPC meeting. I don't know. Maybe they are waiting for, the government was waiting for 10 billion to come from somewhere as an inflow. Yeah. I don't know what else going ahead. Maybe it hasn't been secured yet. Inflation is still climbing. We got the latest inflation figures. We want to get their view on interest rates, on the currency. You know that there's a court case that, although they recently said that, what was it now? I have to check. They said we could still use the old currency after December, but there's a court case ahead. So there's a lot he has to talk about. Interest rates, inflation, the currency, so much, foreign exchange. I don't know why he has postponed this. I don't know what he's waiting for, but again, we wait to see or get an announcement as to when that meeting will be rescheduled.
Do you see that still holding before the end of the year? The year is almost out.
Yeah, so no, I think this is the last, the calendar had this November, if I'm correct, it was supposed to be Monday and Tuesday, it was supposed to be the last meeting of this year. So I can't remember the last time there was a meeting in December. I have to go back and check. So unless they do something unprecedented and reschedule it for December, we probably won't get a meeting until the new year. But again, he's supposed to speak somewhere on Friday. So if he still speaks at that gathering, it's some finance forum here in Lagos or something. We'll see if we hear anything from him.
But again, could this have been hampered, or this setback could it be coming from the recently released inflation figures? How would he juggle it to explain it to Nigeria? So they need to get all of those acts together.
Yeah, I mean, normally with inflation, that's out of your, you report the numbers. So what will happen is you say this is the inflation figures and this is what we are doing to try to address it. And what would have been expected is that they will continue to hike the benchmark rate, which is at 18.5%. So it was widely expected that Nigeria will announce another rise in interest rates to combat inflation. So, again, nobody's going to flog you. You are new, you just got into office, you will announce the challenges, you say what you're doing, and then we all move on and just keep monitoring the situation. So,
all right, it looks like a fine place to get all the messages in now. So I'm heading into the message zone now, coming from the clients, that's the listener, and that will be on 0809-444-0981. So the first pick here would be from Uche from Isolo, and it goes on. It says, I think Keyamo wants to be an affiliated marketer. He hosts an air show, countries participate and buy aircrafts, and no Nigerian makes commission. That's what Uche from Isolo has left us with a message there. And I'll go over now to this final one, which I can see some other persons are just still typing. Well, let's see if you get here on time. This one is coming. It says, hosting an air show does not mean you must have a national carrier. And Rotus alluded to that one. What Keyamo is doing, not just sound bite. Finally, Tinubu has been trying to woo investors, and I believe we will start seeing some results soon. That's from Fine Oluboroko, leaving us with that one. And I'll find Kenneth leaves us a message here. Kenneth has a message saying, well, kudos to the president, Bola Tinubu, for flying around the world looking for investors. But existing investors in Nigeria are exiting the country because of a myriad of reasons known to us all. So I really cannot make much from his globe-trotting of our president. That's what Ken has, just his humble submission. So now, in finality, I'll throw this one in from Gilbert and then let's go. So it says, Gilbert from First Half, On the president seeking FDI, that's foreign direct investment, this is good. But more importantly, we need to fix our internal economy first. We started rail transportation in Ebute Metta in Lagos in 1898. Till date, a rail transportation in Nigeria is underdeveloped. So brings us back is, should we just shut our doors and say, look, world, Nigeria, we have to fix our problems first. That if they see we are doing good, people will come and say, what are Nigerians even doing that they are not even talking to the world at all? And then they begin to say, knock, knock, can we come in? Can that be an approach?
Yeah, but you see the thing, Obas, we need FX, right? You can see the exchange rate and where it's going. So you desperately need to bring foreign investments into the country to try to temper that. Nigeria is import dependent. We need things. So you have to do the two at the same time. While you're trying to fix things internally, as Gilbert and others have said, you also try to be at the simultaneously go overseas and try to get money so that you can tell them, look, we're trying to fix things. So help, encourage us, bring some FX in. So it's not easy running a country. So do everything I want.
All right. Rotus, you got me a final parting shot. I'm keeping my eyes on this man, Milei, in Argentina because of the things you said about him. And I heard also President Donald Trump has also said congratulations to him. Trump congratulates the person, then you know they're traveling the same road. Anyway, Rotus,
of
that's
course.
what I got to show.
Indeed. Omas, thanks a lot. And thanks to everybody for sending messages. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day, Rotus. Bye.
Bye.
And that's the size of the show this morning. My name is Omatseye.